All right. If you want to know what the birthday trade is, and of course, I think I'm going to rename it the Hold My Beer trade. All right. We've got some, I'm going to call it resistance. Right there was resistance. There, 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 and there. Okay. So all of that was resistance. Now we got up above it. All right. So now it becomes support. So you've got like this base built in here. It's not a very pretty base, but it's there. Right there where price action comes back down into it. All right. So you look to the left and there's very little to the left up around this nosebleed area up here. So what we look for in the Hold My Beer birthday trade is you've got, I'm just going to draw a line in where support, support has been shown. Price went up and then it came back and stalled. All right, so I'm going to make a thick line right through there. So the Hold My Beer birthday trade goes where price goes up in a really igniting form. And then it comes right back down. And then support holds right here. It's kind of like an MMRP. And then what typically happens is price goes back up, but it goes twice as far on the following, it goes twice as far after it gets up here. Right now, what we're looking at is kind of a, let's just call it a W pattern, because I'll point that out in just a second. Here, I'll go ahead and get it now. So you've got to move up, and then you got to move down, and then you got to move up, and then you got to move down, and now you've got this. So you've got a W here, where this would be one side of the W, that's the middle apex, and now you're getting a battleground that's right through here. And on these battlegrounds, what happens is the victor comes out on the other side. So whoever wins this battle is what happens. But the good news is, the nice thing about a W pattern with a battle is it essentially creates a bull flag. If you look at it, all right. So if we took this line and moved it up, because that's what price did, and then what you got here is a bull flag. And you just kind of have to wait until they exhaust the sellers, and then usually, most of the time, then you get the breakout to the upside. So I'm still long in my Hold My Beer birthday trade to the upside. Normally you have a much better looking base, but this will qualify. We'll see if it's going to qualify. But you can see the price action right there, how it just stayed in that area for that amount of time, showing you that buyers were stepping in here and here and here and here, okay? So price came in, and that gave me the courage to buy it right there, because I saw buyers come in there before. So now we're just waiting for this battleground to play out, which essentially, like I said, it is a big bull flag right there. It's just on a smaller time frame right there. So we'll see what happens. And the target up above is 462.70. We'll see what happens, but I'm still long in my Hold My Beer birthday trade. You can see how it comes up, comes back, and you think you missed the move, but then it turns around and goes twice as far. So that's a quick summary of the birthday trade. We'll see if we get it. All right. We've been up there once, twice, 3 times already. This thing could come crashing down on me. And that's a possibility because we've hit it 1, 2, 3 times. Usually you get near a top and you do something 3 times, the market usually gives up. So we'll see what happens. I'm prepared that if price starts closing candles below or 450, 940, I'm going to have to close out my trade. So we got support right along the tops of these tips up here. See those breakdowns right there, those bear reversals? Those are actually wicks on the bigger time frame, here and here, okay? So we got a level of support really right along, resistance right along this area right here. See, every time they stabbed up in there, they came back down. So when we saw price, I saw price jam up here for the first time, making a higher high, and then retrace back to the support area and hold. So this area right there, that held. So and it gave me the gumption or the fortitude or the courage to buy it, is because I saw buyers step in here before and buyers stepped in there. So when buyers step in and buyers stepped in there. So when buyers step in, it's showing me that, they want it to go higher. So as price ripped up and then came right back down, which you would think looks like to any common trader a bearish reversal, but yet the support held. And because the support held, I'm looking for a move that's twice as far as the original move up here. All right, so the original move originated from here, from the baseline up to there. So now I measure off twice as high up. So this is what I call the birthday trade. Just when you think everybody forgot it's your birthday, along comes, your friends throw you a surprise party, and here you go. You're like, and they all bring the gifts. And this right here, this would be the gift. Okay, see all the move up? That would be the gifts. So you get to see, like, as price pulls back to support holds. It's kind of like an MMRP. You break through resistance, you come back, you chest it for support, and then you go up. But it doesn't work quite in the same fashion that the MMRP does. It usually works quite faster. All right, so then all of this came up there. Now, as we started with price action today, all right, I saw buyers step in here, 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 and here, and here, here, there. See? So that gives me the courage to buy this pullback. Same thing again. So I'm buying the pullback for price to go, like, again, twice as high up. So that's why I bought this. Now, you guys know me. When I get a rally, I take some profit. On the pullbacks, I reload. So right now we got a rally. All right. On pullback, I might reload. But if we touch this, if we touch this right here, this is the target right here. 462.40, 462.70, right about there. If we touch that, I'm not reloading. I'll actually load puts. Okay, once I see the 10-minute reversal or a bearish engulfing on the 15-minute, I'll be looking for a bearish engulfing to play it short at that point. Yeah, the base, right. I'm buying it because it came into the base and the base held. All right, and the base would be that that price action that moves sideways, right? Yeah, the base support trade, but can you remember that, or do you like the dude held my beer? Thanks, Rob. But that's our target right there. Is this? That's our target, and then from there, I think we get the Fibonacci pullback to the other side of the channel, which is right here, 450, 451. Now, bear in mind, they're not going to stop on a dime there. I don't expect that. I expect them to kind of spike it, maybe up to 463, maybe to 463.50. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're just going to stop right on that target. I'm expecting a little bit more juice up there. Okay. Well, yeah, it's around there, but 462.50 is like really the target. But they never stop right on the line, and they may this time. I don't know, but when that 10-minute, when I see that bearish engulfing, that's going to be my clue to get out. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that is a channel. I'm going to flip to a different account real quick here. All right, so you can see it without all the other junk on there. So, and then I'm also going to go out to the 3-day so you can see the origin of that trade. Notice it clicks right here, connects there, connects there, connects there, connects there. So that's my target. That's this channel right here, right through there. And if I draw it in, I get, it's this channel right here. Well, actually, this would be that right there is the top channel. And this is the bottom channel right there. And you can see price action moving up right to that channel up there. Okay. This right here is a 3-day time frame, but these channels were created over time since October of 2022. It's just me putting them in. Oh, you're welcome. So that's it. That's my target for today. Now, I expect a Fibonacci pullback eventually. Doesn't mean it has to happen tomorrow. We do have CPI tomorrow. We do have a Fed announcement on Wednesday, and then a presser at 2:30 on Wednesday. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, for right now, that's going to be my target. We'll see what happens. I'd expect them to go a little bit further. They usually always do. They never stop on a dime right at the trend line. They kind of spike it just to test it, to see if there's a lot of sellers up there. Because if there's not, then they'll just keep going. Support's kind of a tough place. That's the tough thing, Mel. They didn't make any support. Okay, so support becomes the big fat whole round number, which is 450. Notice on this drive up there, they didn't stop for gas or Cheetos or anything. So you see, there's really nothing to support price until you get to the big fat round number 450. Yeah, that's a real sharp angle. That's right. The trajectory is like a SpaceX rocket there. So you guys know I like to take profit in the strength and reload on the dips. But once it hits here, not reloading unless it goes up and comes back to it. I might reload a little bit, but not a whole lot. I need to see it consolidate before I reload a whole lot. The BOP is telling me on the daily chart that we got the higher high. BLP is telling me that eventually we're going to get a pullback. But we're not going to make a lower low. That's what it's telling me. See, there's the low. It's not telling me we're going to make a lower low. It's just telling me we're going to get a pullback. That's what it says to me right now. These green dots, that's just the 17 EMA. Oh, number-wise, 460.91. All right, today is December 11th, 2023. My name is John Kerrigan. Just going to review the birthday trade one more time here. All right. So I looked at this igniting move, and this was done on Friday, right there, this igniting move. And if you look at this igniting move, it was breaking out to new yearly highs. Now I'll just pull up the daily chart so you can see it. Just gonna fix the account here so that you don't have as many options sitting on the screen. All right, so I'll look. If you look at the daily chart, this was the high right there. And you can see the breakout that we had on Friday, because that would have been Friday's candle, and it was a breakout to new highs. So what happens is you have nothing over here on the left other than the all-time highs up here. So I played it as a birthday trade, which means when price comes up and then slams back down to the base and the base holds, it usually extends twice as far. So we're going to take a look at it and see exactly what I did. So price went up and then slammed back down. So right here in this circle, right there, I picked up calls based on price action moving twice as far. All right, so now I'm going to take and measure off the top of the base. Well, let me just show you the base first. So if you look over here to the left, all right, we've got a wick, and then let's just call this a bearish reversal because that's really what it is. Price went up and came back. So if you slid those two candles together, again, you'd have another wick. So this would be our resistance right up here. All right, so I'll show you the resistance. It's probably going to be right across there. So as price comes up through resistance, all right, it now should act as support. So that was my clue. I want to see price act like support, in which it did right here. it acted like support. And because I saw it go up and slam back down, when it comes down, it acts like a red rubber school ball and usually bounces up, twice as high over the student's head. So price comes up and then slams back down on the concrete. That's the base right here. So it's kind of like an MMRP in essence, where it breaks out, comes back. But the candles work differently with this because it's a birthday trade. It usually goes much faster than what happened here. So you can see this was resistance here, and there, and now it acted like support. So now I'm looking for price action to go twice as far. So I measured it. So now I'm going to take it and I'm going to zoom in and measure it. So from the base, you can see where the base was right here. See those tails down there? Those represent the base. So then I take this and I take that and I measure how high that is. And then I duplicate it. And now I stack it up on top. So that was my target up there. See how I stack it up right on top of each other. So my target was actually right up there, 462.74. Now, that was my target for today, and I thought very much that it would get up there, and it did get up here and then gap up there in the morning, but it didn't. Instead, it just consolidated, and then it traded up there, and now we're consolidating again. So I've got a very strong hunch that price will probably gap up there tomorrow morning if it doesn't trade up there. It might even get up there tonight. Let me just take a look at our after hours, our markets right now. See, it's trying. See the breakout? You can actually now see on the real time frame here. You see the tail there, and then it's making a higher tail there, and then another higher tail there. Well, this pretty much is projecting price to go up there tomorrow morning. I'll be surprised if it doesn't gap up there, and then I would look for it to maybe trade around for a little bit and then fade lower. But I can see this is ready. This is trying to get up there. It's using all of its energy to get up there. Thanks, Sonny. So that's what we got going on right now. So the price action that we were looking for was for it to go twice as high. So you can see it's well on its way. So I played this like a birthday trade. And I'm going to rename the birthday trade as the, dude, hold my beer, watch this. And you can see where price action is actually doing exactly what I projected it to do. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it did this time. And I nailed it. So I traded 200. I bought 200 calls here, and then I farmed some out for some profit, and then reloaded and built my size up to 400 there, and then brought it up to here, farmed some out into these wicks up above, and then built it up to 500 here, and then rode it up into that, taking profit along the way, because that's what professional traders do. They take profits into the rallies and reload into the dips until price action reaches those targets. So you can see there's SPY. SPY's really ripping up there now. Wow. So what's it doing? I just want to peek. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There's the breakout. And see if it's going to go 70 cents in 2 minutes. I wouldn't doubt it. There it is. See? Anyways, so you can see that the birthday trade works, or the dude hold my beer, it's going up there right now. And there's the target. So I took half of mine off. I saw a bearish engulfing right here, and I took off half my position right into that bearish engulfing right there. And my job is to book profits, okay? Not to hit targets, but to book profits. And when I see something that is a game changer for me, or it's not working out the way I visualize it, then I'm gonna take my profit because I don't want to lose my profits. So I took half off right here into this consolidation right through there, and you can see in the aftermarkets, it's ripping up there right now. It's got about 60 cents more to go, and it looks like actually 50 cents more to go. It looks like it's actually going to make it. Amazing. And then you can see here it is. Price is working out. So there's the dude hold my beer trade. You can see that works out great. And again, there needs to be nothing on the left to stop price or hold it down. And that's pretty much why it worked out great. So I was able to actually take in quite a bit right here on the demo account in front of traders to show them how the trade works. So it goes up and then it moves twice as far. And you can see the price action is taking you up there right now. If it doesn't get there tonight, I got a strong suspicion it's going to hit it in the morning. So this is the target, this green line right here. And I'm looking for either consolidation or a reversal off that green line. And then I think we get the Fibonacci pullback that we've all been waiting for. So we'll see what happens. So there's the SPY. And that is the birthday trade in a nutshell. Right there, you see the base, the support holds. See all the tails down there? And now price goes off twice as far. Now, if you know this is going to happen, all right, you really load up here because you know it's going up here. And the nice thing is you can put your stop right underneath that tail candle right there. And as price goes up, creates another tail candle, you can move your stop up to there and then up to there. And then I moved my stop up to that tail candle right there, right into that tail right there. So that's it. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the market video after I save this.